Hey water signs, this is gonna be your live, this is gonna be your reading. If you were drawn here, you were meant to be here, okay? If this is on your For You page, this is for you, okay? So this is gonna be a long one, so stick around, grab a snack, grab a drink, whatever. Okay. We're gonna see what the water signs need to know at this time from the spirit, from the divine, from the ancestors, okay? From your higher self. Okay. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 here as I do start this live, so that's already a sign in itself. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is like this energy of maybe starting fresh, starting over, cleaning the palette per se here. I get something about vampiric energy, dealing with vampiric energy your entire life, that kind of stuff. All right. Like there's an element of control that you are working through, understanding that you can't control every single thing. All right. I feel like, all right, there's just something about previous relationships that, yeah, we have Ace of Cups. So there's something that where you didn't give to yourself a lot. You always had other people involved in your decisions. Okay. Death card just kind of pops out here. Okay, so there's something about you being authentic here. All right, there's an energy of being authentic with this death card. Okay, it's a 13, so this could have been the last 13 weeks, 13 days, 13 hours. You know, something has shifted in you. Something is going to shift in you. Your timeline's going to change. You're walking into your highest timeline. All right. It's like people are going to feel like you switched up on them. It's going to feel like, oh, you know, now you think you're too good. That kind of energy, okay? And this is something you may have had, like people pleasing issues or something, or like people that didn't respect your boundaries, or you had, you know, intrusive energies that you've dealt with your entire life, okay? Something that always prevented you from, prevented you from seizing opportunities, okay? Like huge opportunities that would have changed your life, would have changed the trajectory of your life. And you would always put that off to the side, or you would make excuses as to if you weren't ready, that kind of stuff. All right, that's what I feel. That's what I get off right off the bat. All right, yeah, we have Queen of Swords, so you could have recently got out of a relationship, okay? Or this is something about you were just enjoying your single life. You've been single for quite some time. Okay, like there's something about not settling, you know, kind of energy, and it's just like, but like in parts of your life like that aren't in relationships that you are settling, you know, if that makes sense. Like when it comes to your stability and stuff like that, you tend to settle. So you're learning to not settle is what I'm getting, you know, like sometimes you will feel like you need to settle, you need to water yourself down, you know, no pun intended here with the water sign energy here, but there's something about doing that, like not watering the plants that you have. Something about plants, okay? Plants are very significant to you. Trees, nature is significant to you. All right, water signs. We have the Strength card, so there's the veil that this veil between the people, between what people see and what you allow people to see. People are going to start seeing the real you or something like that, okay? Because there's something about how this woman here is holding up this right here, and she's very like hiding, you know. But I feel like this is an energy of, I don't know, I get modeling for some reason. There's something about modeling, something about that industry with you, water sign. Something could be significant for you. All right. Yeah, Strength card here too in this tarot deck. All right. In the first house of your identity. Okay. I feel like you're allowing yourself to be seen is what I'm hearing. Okay. Like there's a part of you that you always didn't want to be seen or was afraid to be seen in some way. Okay. Excuse me. Confirmation, but something about that, something about now, you know, just a lot of, you know, harsh, I get body shaming, like people maybe shamed you for how you looked, you know, how you, your curves, your, you know, how you looked. how you dressed, how you talked, you know, like there's something like that here that's coming through. I feel like, all right, there's something about you allowing yourself to be seen by a lot of people and being comfortable with being seen. All right. Because it's like you can't control what everybody thinks of you or perceives you as. Okay, water signs, like there's that energy where you try to control the projections of people. You can't control everybody. Okay, it just no matter what you do, somebody's always gonna have something to say, whether it's good or positive. You know, you always focus on the negative aspects of how people saw you, I feel like. Okay, but I think that that's something that you are working through. That I guess something about your mental health too here is really has been taking a strain here, or taking a hit over the years, because that made you feel like you needed to be in the background all the time. You needed to just kind of not need to work on yourself per se. Like there's this thing where you always want to be in solitude. You always want to be working on yourself. You always want to heal. You always want to do all these things. But there's a time and place for that. Like there is a time, yes, where you do need to pull back and you do need to heal and you do need to love yourself. But there's a part of you also that needs to not be afraid to be out there on stage or whatever you want to call it, you know, out in public. Not to be afraid of this anymore. Okay, this is something you could be working through or aware of already. If not, this is your sign to work through that fear. Okay. Yeah, we have the Three of Wands in the second house. Second house is your values. It's how you make and spend your money. Okay. It's your resources. It's ownership. Okay. And that's what I feel like. There's this thing where you play small all the time. It's like you just want to be the person that's far, like distant from everything, watches everything from afar. Okay. That doesn't want to like necessarily be a part of what they're seeing out there, that they're witnessing and what's taking place, knowing that they can make an impact. Like they have a lot to say. It's like almost like you all have a lot to say. You all have a lot to, like your view would shake up everything. Like there's something about you, what you would say and think would shake everything up. It would actually change things. Okay. But you're afraid of that. Because if you do that, then you may lose friends, you may lose support, you may lose, you know, like everything. It's like this energy of loss. Like you lose a lot. Like there's a lot of losses you may have endured over the past, you know, few months, you know, or last couple months, 2 to 3 months or something like that. Okay, there's something about 2 or 3 months, something in that period of a lot of loss happening. Like you losing friends, you're losing interest in something, losing a job, whatever, you know, losing an interest in certain type of field of work. You know, there's a loss here. And spirit's pushing you out into the open. Okay, spirit's pushing you out into the open, water signs. I feel like there's a lot of healing that you've already done. Okay. You know, be proud of how far you have, how far you have traveled. But I think I feel like it's time to be out there now. I feel. Okay. 3 deals with travel. Okay, 3 is Jupiter, so that's a lot of traveling, like big ambitions, big goals. So I feel like you're gonna travel very soon. Like there's something about you maybe gonna be more location to location. There's something you want to do that requires you to travel a lot, that requires you to be in one state and then another state, and then maybe in a week or two. Like it's almost like a tour, you know, like something like I see for some of y'all here. Okay. But yeah, we have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is the third house of your thoughts, communication in your mind. It's your childhood, young adult years. It's your siblings. It's your hometown. Okay, so I feel like there's a need to get out of your hometown. There's the need to get away from a particular set of environment here. I feel like, okay, because the environment continues to become more hectic and hectic. Therefore, it's been overloading your mind. It's like you get in your head too much about it because the energy around you. Okay. That's the thing I feel. Okay. Knowing that you continue this, it's like you're just playing small, you know. This is a thing where you want a certain type of thing, a certain type of lifestyle or a manifestation to come in, but it requires you not to play small. It requires you to take some type of chance, releasing some type of fear around change. control. Okay. I feel, all right. There's that being seen, putting yourself out there. It's something about posting more. Okay. Something about you needing to post, like something about, reaching a community of people or something like that, posting, putting yourself out there or something like that. Water signs. Okay. There's something about wanting your community to grow, wanting your brand to grow is what I'm hearing. Like there's something about you trying to be this, this person. You want to be this authentic version, but it's like, it's tied to something that you want to do, you want to be known for, but you necessarily need to put in your part of this. Okay. Like there's something that a risk needs to be taken. Okay. Because it's a five. Fives are Mercury. Mercury is Gemini Virgo energy, and Mercury's our ideas. Okay. Mercury, as I mentioned, is siblings and all that, and it's right in the third house where it's at. Mercury rules rules the third house in the sixth house. So there's something around work. Okay. The people at work, or you left a job, or like you got sick of a job and you left. I feel like, okay, it's like what I'm getting. So yeah, we have Nine of Wands here. In the placement of your fourth house, which is your family, your home, your ancestors, okay, your emotions, your intuition, the mother. So there's something about connection to your mother here, a mother wound. I feel like, okay, there's something about a feminine wound, something where you don't nurture yourself enough, or you feel like other people should be involved in this. Like when you do make decisions based around your own self-love and self-care, it's like you need to include other people, that kind of energy. Okay. And I feel like you have been quite selfless with your energy, a lesson for you, to be more selfish per se, as people would perceive it. People will perceive it as selfish because you are nourishing yourself, type of thing. And I feel like not playing small is a way of nurturing yourself. Not playing small is a way to embrace yourself and understand you're not just anybody, water signs. Okay, there's just something that you understand that you need to be treated better than this. Okay, like there's something about you being mistreated. Okay. And therefore it made you go into a shell, and made you go into the background, on the sidelines per se. You always want to be in the background, the sidelines. You don't want to be out in the limelight too much, kind of energy. Okay, we have the Two of Swords in the fifth house. Fifth house is your purpose. So yeah, it's like you're the unknown. Kind of, it scares you. Okay, the unknown when it comes to your path and how it should look or how it should unfold. The spirit, is literally letting you know that you have to trust spirit. You have to trust the unknown here. When it comes to your divine purpose and you know exactly what you want to do, you need to just trust spirit, because I feel like you've been too conservative. You've been too in your comfort. But you want something that requires you to venture outside of that comfort zone, okay? To venture outside of playing small, okay? There could be an offer coming in, from your efforts, or there's going to be an offer for you to actually step out of your comfort. There's something about that, So I get the number 5 a lot. 5 is change. So 5 is mutable energy. 5 is, it's adaptable. So learning how to adjust on the fly is a thing that scares you. Okay, water signs. I feel like being adaptable will benefit you more than not, because I feel like you being just comfortable is not doing you any good. It's just it's like similar scenarios keep happening around you. Certain things keep transpiring, and you keep partaking in it. Therefore, you retract, you retreat, a lot of the time. And, it's just like, oh, I'm just going to heal some more, or I'm just going to do this more, but without actually being consistent and being out there. This is heavily around being seen. Okay, this is about being seen. Okay, and this is because of previous relationships, previous things. You not having control over something, you feeling secure within yourself, like there's that security. Okay. Yeah. Whoops. We have we have the Four of Pentacles and the Sixth House of work, job, daily routine, health. So yeah, there's a worry around this because I feel like you feel like what you want won't be sustainable, or you don't know if it will be sustainable in some way. Okay, because you have to do X, Y, and Z to get this, but it's going to take a lot of commitment on your end to pull this off. Okay, and to remain open and trust whatever comes your way. Okay, water signs. That's trusting spirit is your biggest. It's your biggest strength. It's going to be your advantage. Because you are in connection to spirit all the time. Ancestors are with you. Okay, loved ones are with you. There's at least a few of them are with you right now. I feel like, okay, some of these could be parents, some could be siblings, okay, that are on the other side that are guiding you towards other people, other family members that are still here. All right, there's something about family that's on the other side guiding you towards the family that you still have in this realm yet. To comfort and to guide, to be of assistance to one another. Like there's something to those things. I feel like, okay, that's what I'm seeing here, water sign. There's a need to trust your guidance. Because you have it's almost like you inherit like some gifts that you have, but you don't know if that's a sign or this is a sign. Is that a sign? Should I do it now? Like listening to that inner voice, okay? And this is around security, okay? This is around stability. I feel like, okay? Because the Four of Pentacles is a person could be very stingy with money. This could be very a real, like doesn't really spoil themselves that much. Doesn't really see something as a good investment. Like is afraid to invest their money and afraid to invest in anything. Okay, that is outside of the usual. All right, because the sixth house is your routine. So I feel like your routine changed. It was shaken up. It got a recent like shake up here. Something you did on a routine. I feel like some of y'all, this is a job that you used to go to, for a certain time, and now that you left there or you got fired or whatever, like your routine is now thrown off. You don't know how to adjusting to this set of daily things now is different for you. It's like you're just adjusting to a new situation, a new type of thing. I feel like some of you are already on already on this timeline where you have taken up some type of offer, you've taken up some type of chance, and you just happen to just trust spirit in this whole thing. And the day-to-day is, it's different. It's like the day-to-day is demanding. The day-to-day, there's something here, okay? I feel like, okay, yeah, the Hermit. Yeah, like I mentioned, you've been in hermit mode for a long time, water signs. Okay, for the past 7 months, 7 to 12 months, something like that. Okay, something about 7 to 12. Okay, seventh house also rules your one-on-one relationships. Is your business partnerships. It's your open enemies. It's contracts. Okay, I just feel like you just haven't been. It's like an energy of you adjusting, needing to adjust to this now, this new set of circumstances, this new set of situation. I feel like, okay, like a shakeup when it comes, and then the shakeups, are a test of how secure you really feel about money, possessions, things you own, self-esteem. Like those things are getting tested right now. Okay. Trusting everything is aligned for your highest good and sticking to your morals, sticking to your values. Okay, sticking to your morals and values is a big thing for you, water signs, okay? That's what this hermit was about. Being in hermit mode is like, what do I value the most? Who do I like connecting to? What am I going to do to make this situation better? What am I going to do to shift my perspective or something like that, okay? Yeah, Princess of Wands, so this is you're new. You're new to this situation. There's something new that's upcoming. You don't have Like, it's like spirit wants you to kind of like, whatever you knew, whatever you knew up to this point, clean, remove that. Like, now you just are going to learn a new set of wisdom, like a new set of knowledge, insight's going to come in. Learning to know that what you did before won't work, and what you're doing now, whatever, if you have made a move already, if you're already on this timeline, is that you are on the right track. For the others, you need to be take this risk, whatever this risk, this opportunity that's coming your way. For some of y'all, like the other half of y'all, there's a risk that's coming, there's opportunity that will help you change it, the trajectory of things. And then there's others that already have done this, okay, and just to be open to these new experiences, okay, with this Princess of Wands in the 8th house. 8th house is your spiritual growth, it's evolution, it's change. So being open to change, being open to new experiences will benefit you more than being fixated and doing things the same way over and over and over and over. All it's going to bring is just more stress and anxiety, you know, sadness even, you know. But if you're open, you become more grateful. You start looking for the things to be grateful for, and instead of looking for the negatives, okay? All right, yeah, Wheel of Fortune in the 9th house of long distance travel. So yeah, there is something that you know, some of y'all are going to relocate. Some of y'all are going to be traveling a lot soon here in the next 9 weeks, 9 months. 9 is the ending of a cycle. 9 is also Mars energy, so that's very assertive. So you have been making a lot of moves, okay? You have really worked hard on yourself. You've really put yourself first. You've really become more independent as the time has gone over. You know, there's a more of an independent energy with you, but now you have to start playing. You have to start thinking bigger, dreaming bigger, okay? Because your path requires you to think differently, to think bigger, like to take more chances, you know, going forward here. It will greatly benefit you when you do take chances, all right? Better than you anticipate, better than you think, okay? It's gonna, because spirit wants spirit wants, there's a lot of demand from spirit here for you, you know, like spirit wants you to live up to what you say you want, okay? Spirit doesn't want you to just say something and then just, you can't hold that title, you can't say that and then not follow through, or not, you know, like something like of this energy, okay? Because there's something about protection, there's something about your connection to the divine that's very strong. Powerful beings here that are coming through. Ancestors, people that are of high ranking on the other side are, you know, protecting you. This could be indigenous. I get something about indigenous people, indigenous shamans, Native Americans. Okay, like there's a lot of high, powerful beings here that you aren't just like anybody, okay? Like that's the energy. Because you said you're not just anybody. So Spirit's like, okay, well, we're going to see if you really are going to live up to this or something like that. That's like what I'm getting, all right? Yeah, we have the 10 of Cups in the placement of your career. 10th house is career and your past karma time, your status in society. So if you want to be sitting pretty, as they say, if you want to be enjoying and basking in all that you want, you have to do something that alters the trajectory of your entire life. They want you to live up to what you say, basically, okay? Excuse me. They want you to live up to what you say, period, okay? Because it feels like for the longest time you've been playing small, okay? You've been just kind of waiting in the wings, waiting in the back. Oh, it's not time yet, you know, that kind of energy. Always looking for a reason to not be out there, you know, kind of energy. But you've been in the background for long enough where you were instructed to go in the background and, you know, go hermit mode. Now it's time to push yourself and reintegrate back out there. Okay, that's what is expected of you at this time, water signs, okay? Being in the background is a nice place to be, you know, when you're healing, but then, you know, there's enough healing that has taken place already, okay? So yeah, Ace of Swords. So yeah, it's time to start putting yourself out there. Okay, Ace of Swords in the 11th house. 11th house is the collective. 11th house is social media, is technology. There's something about you feeling some type of way about social media here. Okay, how much is going on? It could be overwhelming. All these events that are going on, outside of your control. It feels like it's just chaos. Okay, going out there. So you may feel like you back away from it because there's so much going on out there. But I feel like your energy is needed in these things right now because you've been in the background for such a long time. You can handle this stuff. Like I hear like an energy that you can handle it. All right. There's nothing you can handle. Okay. Because your throat chakra is opening up. Okay. Your throat chakra is very significant here. Okay. To really focus on that right now at this time. Focus on clearing any type of blocks in that throat chakra. Okay. If you already are speaking and using your voice a lot, just continue to. This is simply acknowledgement from Spirit that you are doing what you're supposed to be doing, what Spirit's been telling you when it comes to being out there and speaking and continuing to speak, no matter how difficult it may get sometimes. But your energy is protected in all this, okay? You're required to be out there right now. There's no like waiting around anymore. Like there's something about you're ready now. Okay? Okay, water signs, you are ready now already. So, yeah, the Hierophant, you're ready to be seen, okay? The Hierophant, the 12th house. 12th house is your spirituality, it's your solitude, it's your light behind closed doors, it's hidden enemies, it's dreams, it's spirit realm, okay? You've really worked through yourself, okay? You've become a lot wiser for being in the background for such a long time. People don't even like recognize you at this time. Like there's something different about your energy, okay? Because it's a lot of red here. Red is a lot more. Mars is authentic energy. It's raw energy. So you're ready to be seen, okay? That's the energy. You are ready to be seen. Well, I'm glad. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm glad this makes sense for you. You're ready to be seen, water signs. Whatever this is, whatever you're wanting to do with your life, whatever your divine path is. Because I feel for what a very specific a model. Something that is in an industry where you are in the public eye constantly, and just posting constantly is a step up from what you were doing before, okay? Excuse me, maybe because you were condemned before, all right? You were condemned for putting yourself out there and people not agreeing with how you carried yourself or what you did or, something of that nature. And you kind of went back into your little space. Said nobody can hurt me here, nobody can do anything here, I'm safe here. It's like you can't be in the hiding forever, basically. All right, you have a lot to teach. You have a lot of attention that you do grab. You're trying to cater to I guess you're trying to reach a particular audience, particular set of people that is going to help you get to a certain goal or certain ambition you have. You're trying to connect to those people because it feels like you have a lot of knowledge when it comes to that, or you're trying to connect to somebody in that industry or connect to that. So when you start networking, it opens up doors. Okay. I feel like that's what I'm getting. All right. Cause this is just that sense of like, oh, what are they going to say if I wear this and then I post this or, that's the energy. It's like I noticed a lot of these cards have, these people are just like completely covered from head to toe. Like there's hardly any, like, it's like this it's security with not just material, but security with yourself, like inner security. You're welcome. I feel like, okay, you're ready to be seen. There is your Spirit's pushing you out, out of that cave. Okay, maybe you don't go out a lot or something, like that kind of energy too. Excuse me, goodness. I feel like you need to be open to new experiences will greatly benefit you. And not to be stingy with your energies too much. You know, just be discerning with your energy, not stingy. It's a difference. Okay? You can use your discernment intuition. That's going to be your protection already. Okay? Because I know you don't trust easily. That's the energy I get. You guys don't trust very easily. Well, you know, rightfully so, right? But it's a thing where it's overly protective, putting up a huge wall with this Nine of Wands here in the fourth house. Okay, it's just like you like being in your home. You don't really like being anywhere other than that. Okay, but now Spirit says you gotta get uncomfortable a little bit here now. All right, you have to be uncomfortable. You have to be open to new experiences. You have to just like it. It doesn't have to be like extreme like steps out of your comfort zone. It just needs to be like consistent steps out of your comfort zone, like the little things that add up. Okay, because you know certain things aren't just going to happen overnight, but you do have to start taking steps though towards it. Okay, so because there's a need to be open to new experiences. You've been in this void, I guess you could say, like this void energy, like underground energy, like for a long time. Okay, like, oh, you start moving tomorrow. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, that's what I was getting something about traveling, moving or something. Okay, 4 years. Wow, that's a long time. But yeah, now it's time for new experiences and allow these things to. Geez, I didn't even realize this. The Fool card. Let me do one more spread here, y'all. So, but I am available for readings. So I do have specials right now going on. Okay. I do right now. One of my specials is a past life reading. It's $33. Okay. All of the readings these specials that are going on, they're like 30 to 40 minutes long, these readings. Okay. But yeah, if you're interested in what your past life was or how you can like clear some energy, you know, or the insight you want from your past life, you know, hit me up with that. This is very funny because this is two different tarot decks and this card came out again. Death card. Okay. There's something brand new here. So, Death card is, like I mentioned, loss. Like it feels too like a ego death for a lot of y'all. Like an old version just is dying out. You know, the old version is trying to cling to you, but you're not gonna go back to that. Like you can't go back once you already walk. Once you start walking, okay, yeah, because of this protection that you have. Okay, that's the energy. So let's see. But yeah, I do feel this energy where it's time for new experiences. It's like you've been in like this long hiatus, okay? So maybe y'all travel to another country, stood there for a while, you know, just kind of got to get away, detoxing, whatever. Now it's time to get back and integrating back with connecting to people, all right? Your environment or whatever. Yeah, bubble. Exactly. That's what it is. Yeah, it's time to align with these people. It's time to find your people. It's time to find these people that are on your highest timeline, okay, with the Lover's card there. You could meet somebody, you know. Doesn't always mean meeting somebody, but it just means like you're just meeting people in general. You're just on your highest reality, okay? The Sun card. So maybe you have a child, maybe you have a son or something like that, okay? As well. So it's like your son is your biggest inspiration, your child is your biggest inspiration. That kind of energy. Alright. I get the ages of between 5 and 10. Okay. But yeah. We have the World again. This is traveling, okay? For a lot of y'all, this is heavy traveling, something new, cycles closing. realizing something is over with, not going back to it. You have the Empress here. So yeah, being that best version of yourself, okay? So, yeah, we have the Empress at the bottom and the top, because I have two tarot decks meshed into this, so that's why you see a lot of cards here. But anyway, Empress, so it's time to live in your Empress energy. It's time to like it's like an energy of surrounding yourself with this, all this here, all these trees, all this nice area. It's time to do these things. Now it's time to surround yourself in this, basking in what you have made or created or want to create. Taking the first steps towards this type of energy, all right? Something about your crown, something about understanding who you are, realizing who you are, okay? That kind of stuff. You may actually wear crowns. You may actually dress like this. Okay, you may actually have this type of fashion or something. Like you have a good sense of how your style per se. Okay, no matter how, it's how you wear it or something like that. It's like something about you have a good sense of taste per se. Okay. Yeah, we have the Six of Pentacles in the second house. Second house, like I mentioned, is how you make spend money, resources. So it's about taking all this back. Okay, people that may have asked for your help weren't really needing your help. They were more just wanting you to be in their lives or something like that more than they overwhelmed their stay per se, type of thing. All right, I feel like sixes are Venus energy. The number 6 is ruled by Venus. So the planet Venus is aesthetics, beauty, love, harmony, balance. You know, it's the arts. So there's something about you being like an artist. You could be an artist as well, type of thing. That's what I see. But I just see like not being so quick to like allow people into your life or something, because if they don't reciprocate, it's not worth it. You know, that type of stuff. Yeah, we have the Nine of Wands here in the third house. Third house is your thoughts, communication, and mind. It's your hometown as well. So I feel like in your hometown where you lived, it was not cutting it anymore. It was something that didn't make you feel comfortable. You couldn't even like be out in public or something like that because people were judging you or people were saying things about you. Maybe it was gossip, you know, something like that. It was just a lot of people you're surrounded by that knew the old version of you or something like that. Okay, like there's a lot of people that knew the old you. So that didn't feel right. It's like people may have invited you out or wanted to talk with you, hang out, but it's just like that's not your vibe anymore. Like there's something about it, okay? Like you're not interested in those things anymore. You're not interested in doing all that. That's the old you. That was me 5 years ago, whatever, you know, that kind of stuff. So yeah, 7 of Cups. Fourth house. Fourth house is your, like I mentioned, family, home, the emotions. It's your ancestors. So yeah, there was a lot that you had to let go of, you know, like especially when it comes to a point of what people think of me. That's the biggest thing. Christianity. Oh wow, yeah, that'll make that'll make anybody want to move out of the town, right? Right, yeah. But wait, there's an energy here with just like just having to release the fact that what do they think of me, type of thing, and I just feel like there's something too here where people are trying to spiritually influence you, okay, type of thing. 7 is spirit. 7 is connected to the planet Neptune, which is Pisces. So you may have dealt with another Pisces or something, or people were just didn't respect your boundaries too much or something like that, okay? So what I get is something about people trying to astral travel to you or something. Yeah, we have the 9 of Cups here in the 5th house of your purpose. So yeah, I feel like you didn't tell anybody. That's like the energy. You didn't tell anybody that you were going to do this, or you don't plan to tell anybody this. You shouldn't. Okay, don't tell anybody. Just keep this to yourself. Just move forward with this. Okay, move forward with this. Keep them wondering. Okay, like people may notice a difference in your appearance, may notice a difference in your demeanor, how you carry yourself now. And people are wondering about that now, or people are talking about that, and you're just kind of, just not even going to give that any type of energy, I feel like, okay? So, yeah. We have the King of Swords, so yeah, maybe a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Virgo person here. This could be a person at your former old job or something, or this could just be somebody that was always judging you for what you did on a daily basis, what you should be doing at this time, whatever, like very verbally abusive, mentally abusive kind of thing. Oh, boss Gemini, yeah. Okay. Yeah, because this feels like a former boss. This feels like just somebody that was part of the routine. Um, so, oh yeah, I have a couple Mercury, Mercury in your big three there with the Pluto, Moon, Pluto and Mars. No, Pluto and Mars ascended. Okay. Yeah, Mercury, Sun, and Moon. But anyway, I just feel like the way this person viewed things or saw things was not the same as you. This person was like my way or the highway kind of energy, and you were definitely open, and you were more neutral, and you were more like see both sides. This person was not that kind of energy. That really set you kind of off. That kind of upset you at certain days. Okay, made you feel like I could just leave right now and and I wouldn't care type energy. All right. Yeah, Five of Swords. So you're dealing with a lot of manipulative people that try to tell you how to think. Always had something to say about you, whether they said it to you or not. Like there's something they didn't say everything that they really wanted. They just hope that to discourage you in such a way where you don't do anything. Excuse me. Again, 5 is Mercury. So highway, yeah, it's a my way or the highway energy. You dealt with a lot of people like this. There's a lot of people that were very similar to the boss, this boss energy, this King of Swords energy. There were people that were just falling in line. These people were just doing what they were told. That you were not that, so you were harder to manipulate, harder to control. Okay, this could be a one person or a group of people that were trying to do this, trying to make you be like everybody else. Just listen. Just don't say too much. Like I see that. Okay, that's what I feel like you've been through your whole life though. Like there's something about your life being like that too. Like people just have this habit, or these people just tend to try to come in and cause disruption, and then want you to just fall in line. Yeah. 7 of Wands. Okay, 7 of Wands in the 8th house, spiritual growth, evolution, change. So not to have to defend yourself. Like there's an energy where you don't feel the need to say anything anymore. You just move forward and you just do what you have to do. That's all. That kind of energy. That's part of your growth. Not to have to prove anything or even speak on anything, because there's no point in doing that, because they're not going to see it any differently. Okay. Again, this is a 7. So 7 is, like I mentioned, 7 is spiritual. It's spirituality. So there's a lot of spiritual attacks, a lot of things being sent to block you spiritually from reaching your highest timeline, your highest path. All right. And for the longest time, you've been procrastinating on your highest path, okay, to get there. All right. Yeah, 2 of Swords, because that fear of the unknown. Well, what if I do this? What will happen? The unknown is your best friend, really, because the unknown, there's nothing neither good or bad here. You have the ability to decide that, okay, to determine that, okay, through your free will. You get to change this narrative, that it doesn't have to be like it used to be. It could be something even better. Okay, like that's the energy. And too many times, this is what kept you from really doing anything, just overall, like worrying about, like, if I venture too far out this way, will I be supported? Will it work? Will I have enough stability? Will I be secure? Like this security that you carry yourself with spiritually will attract all this security that you need. That's going to be external. That's going to be in this realm. You'll naturally start drawing opportunities your way through assertiveness. Through making some things happen. Okay, it'll create a more of a pull when you do start creating physical movement of some sort. Okay. Yeah, the Hermit, as I mentioned, this card came out again, but this time in the 10th house. Okay, this is the placement of your path, your career, your status in society. So, like, you're just hiding from your purpose. Like, you're hiding from your path. You were hiding from it. Okay, it's like what Spirit says. You were just like you just want to stay in hermit mode so you could just hide away. Like you can't hide in this cave. You know, this cave it's nice. It has nice rivers. It has a lot of water. You know, metaphorically speaking, it's like this is nice scenery. This is comfortable. I like this, but change doesn't come from being comfortable though. So like you can't hide from your path anymore. That kind of energy. All right. So yeah, Page of Wands. So it's about you, okay, as an individual. It's a you as a person. It's about you. It's about you honoring your values, honoring yourself, honoring your morals. Only doing something if it feels right. Seeing past, seeing past the illusions, seeing past the smoke and mirrors that other people put up in front of you, seeing the own illusions that you've given yourself. I mean, I feel like you've been delusional at some point, like you guys became delusional, like at some point with thinking that you didn't need to make these moves with X, Y, and Z or do all X, Y, and Z moves, but you actually have to make these moves. Okay. It's building up the confidence. It's building up having the confidence just in yourself, just in how you feel about yourself, and then everything else it takes care of itself. All right. A page is somebody between the ages of 20 and 35, 40, the oldest, that kind of energy. All right. So you could be between those ages. But I feel that energy, all right. Yeah, Knight of Wands here now here in the 12th house. So yeah, like I mentioned, you didn't want to come out of this space. That's the thing. Like the 12th house is like solitude, as I mentioned, spirituality. Like you don't want to come out of this space. So, okay, 43. Okay, yeah, it's somewhere in that range, 20 to 35, 40 something. But it feel around that, close to that. I feel like, the Knight of Wands here being here in the 3rd house and then the 12th house, it's like because of how the people that you're surrounded with, the environment you're in, the city you were in, it just made you go into this. It made you go into solitude and stay there because what's the point of talking to these people that don't even know who I really am? People just know me from, the younger years when I was younger. They don't know me now, like that kind of energy. I feel like it's very interesting, all right? Because it's just like a new change of environment, change of job, change of path. Like it's just you've been redirected. You redirected, okay? It redirected you back into solitude so you can find the courage and spirit, being spiritually led to make this move, all that, okay? Water signs. Like I just feel it's time for just a new environment, new job, new everything. Okay, being seen is something that's not something you like. You don't enjoy, but it's something you're willing to do or will be willing to do at some point to obtain to get somewhere where you want to be. So you have to be seen. You have to be because you have to put yourself out there more. You have to network. You can't be in hermit mode all the time. Expect things to just come to you. Part of that's true where things can just come to you when you're just chilling. Only when when it's necessary. Sometimes you actually have to start making moves. Then things come in. You have to give spirit something to work with. You have to give them some type of ingredients, as I like to say, ingredients to work with, to create opportunities, to meet new people, to move, to take that offer, to all that, right? All these things. That's what I see. And at the bottom again is Empress. So in the Six of Swords. So yeah, like I just feel like it requires you to let go of. I get something about memories. There was memories, childhood memories here that are popping up. Childhood memories that making you feel like if I leave this whole thing, then I'm leaving my inner child here, or something. You feel like you're leaving yourself behind or something, like an abandonment. Okay, there's something about abandonment here, water signs. And abandonment, when somebody that you loved and care about abandoned you at some point in certain situations that, really hurt you or something, and then you having to release that type of emotion, okay, which is obviously tough because it hurts. So, but I feel like there's certain things, there's like certain circumstances that you would just allow to keep you around here. It's like you have to kind of detach, because once you connect to something that's very deep, it's hard for you to let go of that type of energy, because it's like once you're in, like it's like all or nothing for you guys, for water signs. It's like it's all or nothing. It's all or nothing energy. It's very fixated. It's very committed, dedicated. All right. So it's hard to relinquish that energy if you've been dedicated to something for a long time. Okay. And you've been slowly breaking away from that energetic bond, that cord. Okay. That's what's required. But I feel like a lot of y'all some of y'all already have done this and made this move already. So for everybody that is still in this place of stagnation, this place of isolation, it's time to start putting yourself out there. It's time to be seen. Okay, it's time to be more. It's time to post more. It's time to want more for yourself. It's time to live up to the things you say you are, kind of thing. Oh, you say you're that? Well, let me see. Like Spirit wants to test you. Okay, Spirit wants to test you. On certain things, if you really are truly ready. It's almost like you're going through one last phase or something. It's like there's a one last phase before you actually do this. All right. Some of you already cleared this phase, already completed this phase. Now it's time. Okay. I keep hearing it's go time or something. Okay. Like that's what I feel. Big time. Now it's time to do things for you. Now it's time to make things surrounding your best interests. Okay. Because you dealt with a lot of people that try to control you, and you had control issues yourself, controlling every little thing, especially when it comes to money, like controlling the money aspects of everything was very something you worked on, or need to work on. Tomorrow's go time. Yeah. I wish you all the best on that, because it takes courage to do stuff like that. So, but yeah, y'all, I'm going to sign off on that note. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, thecapenergytarot, all right? And make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Cap Visions, all right? Follow me here if you aren't following me already. You're welcome. All right. I am available for personal readings. I am having specials. Okay, I'm having past life reading specials. I'm having astrology, natal chart, birth chart reading specials. I'm having, I believe, mediumship reading, and 4-question reading specials. All right, so message me about those things. Okay, I do all my readings mostly on Instagram through like the DMs. Okay, like through voice messages where I send a picture of the reading. You don't actually have to be present during the reading. I just do the reading and I send it to you through the DMs, or I could do it through your phone, where I'm doing the same thing, sending the picture of the reading to your phone and then breaking it down through voice notes. Again, you don't have to be present for these readings. I just do the reading and I send it. Okay. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, and Zelle I accept. All right. So, but yeah. But yeah, y'all, thank y'all for being here. I really appreciate y'all for, water signs. I wish you the best on these things, okay? Because I know it isn't easy for you to disconnect from things sometimes, or reintegrate. Disconnecting and reintegrating are like the biggest things for water signs usually, through my experiences. Okay. But all right, y'all, remember, the more you heal, the more you notice. Stay hydrated, stay safe, stay protected. I love y'all. Namaste.